Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, very few things get me more excited than watching a big brain company with its big brained engineers and its big brain management make big brain moves like initiating a game of 4D chess while the entire world is oblivious to the fact that the game is even underway. And that is the topic of today's video. Overnight, Elon Musk tweeted and revealed another of Tesla's 4D chess moves, an amazing Trojan horse strategy that's going to see Tesla become one of the world's largest distributed utilities and disrupt hundreds of billions, if not trillions of dollars of revenue from the energy sector over the next few decades. So let's get into the video. And by the way, since I know there's a lot of crypto lovers watching and people who like free stuff, it's your lucky day. For a limited time, you can get up to $250 in free crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. It also helps out the channel. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening an account. And if you fund your account with $100, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $1,600. Unless you don't like free stocks, that is. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it. So first of all, just in case there's anyone who's unfamiliar with the term Trojan horse, let's head over to Wikipedia and refresh our memories. The Trojan horse is a wooden horse used by the Greeks during the Trojan War to enter the city of Troy and win the war. After a fruitless 10-year siege, the Greeks, at the behest of Odysseus, constructed a huge wooden horse and hid a selected force of men inside, including Odysseus himself. The Greeks pretended to sail away, and the Trojans pulled the horse into their city as a victory trophy. That night, the Greek force crept out of the horse and opened the gates for the rest of the Greek army, which had sailed back under the cover of night. The Greeks entered and destroyed the city of Troy, ending the war. Now that we've got that example in our mind, I want to apply this to Tesla. Let's see Elon Musk's recent tweets and we'll tie this all together. So, Elon tweeted, "Starting next week, Tesla's solar panels and solar roof will only be sold as an integrated product with Tesla Powerwall battery." And he continued, "Solar power will feed exclusively to Powerwall. Powerwall will interface only between utility meter and house main breaker panel, enabling super simple install and seamless whole house backup during utility dropouts. Powerwall 2 peak and steady power capability is better than advertised. Surprise, surprise, Tesla under-promising and over-delivering once again." Now that we have lots of operational data, Tesla can unlock higher capabilities for free via software update next month. Imagine that. Over-the-air software updates improving the features and/or performance of a Tesla product. Where have we seen this before? And this is the most important of Elon's tweets. Tesla Solar plus Powerwall battery enables consumers to be their own utility. So let's take a step back and look at one of Tesla's previous Trojan horse strategies. Absolutely brilliant. Overlooked by the majority of investors, completely misunderstood by analysts and the mainstream finance media, but an absolutely brilliant 200 IQ move. And what was that? In late 2016, Tesla announced that henceforth, every Tesla vehicle they produced would come equipped with the necessary sensor suite to operate as an autonomous vehicle in the future once the problem was solved. So, not only would these vehicles effectively be able to turn on and become robotaxis overnight, much like the Trojan horse, once a software issue is solved, but preceding that, the very fact that Tesla was willing to invest the money to put the cameras and the sensors on their vehicles was the way that they were able to win full self-driving by getting an unassailable data lead. At first glance, it's like, why are they wasting money putting these cameras on the cars? They can't even self-drive. But this was a brilliant Trojan horse strategy. Tesla had to make the upfront investment and realize that over the long term, deploying millions of vehicles with suites of cameras and other sensors on them to collect data to improve the software to ultimately solve autonomy, and even better than that, those vehicles then, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, press a single button and suddenly, once the software is solved, they've already got the necessary hardware to operate autonomously, they start printing money. This is a great example of a Trojan horse strategy. Sneak in there, oh yeah, Tesla's just selling electric vehicles, yeah, nothing to worry about, don't worry about the cameras and the sensors, yeah, they'll never solve that problem. Next minute, Tesla's on the cusp of releasing fully autonomous software. You've been keeping up with the latest full self-driving beta videos, you'll understand how close they truly are. So what does the Trojan horse strategy have to do with Tesla's solar and Powerwall? Glad you asked. Tesla's decision to forcibly bundle together their solar products with a Powerwall starting next week is strategically brilliant. First of all, at a really high level, it just means an overall higher average sale price for their energy product because they're getting a Powerwall plus solar. That's great. But there's a second component to this as well. If we're being honest here, If you have a solar product and you don't have a home battery to store the excess energy when you're already going above and beyond your own needs, you're just throwing money away. It's kind of insane. But the real kicker is this. By ensuring that every customer that has Tesla solar and is generating energy on their rooftop also has a home battery to store that energy in, Tesla is laying the groundwork for every single customer who purchases a solar product from now until the end of time to also in the future be able to participate in virtual power plants and or energy arbitrage. Let's learn about Tesla's flagship virtual power plant project in South Australia. Although virtual power plants today are still in their infancy, it's easy to see what the future of energy looks like with a little imagination. Today we have centralized energy. We have centralized power plants that generate an enormous amount of energy, and in the case of a huge spike, say everyone's getting home from work in the summer, turning on their air conditioning, etc., peaker plants will fire up. They're extremely dirty, they pollute a lot, and they're very expensive. But when there's a surge in energy demand, and you're generating energy in real time rather than storing it in battery assets, the only way you can deal with a spike in energy demand is to create more energy at that point in time. This is extremely inefficient. Think about the future when there are hundreds of millions of homes on planet Earth, each generating energy with rooftop solar and storing that in a home battery. Once again, I refer you to the list of the world's largest companies by revenue. You might notice a common theme. Number 2, an oil and gas company. Number 3, an electricity company. Number 4, 5, 6, 9, and 12, all oil and gas companies. Why do we have oil and gas companies in the first place? Because we have energy requirements. But what if instead of using fossil fuels, oil and gas, we're instead using rooftop solar to generate these same energy needs? Rip every oil and gas company on Earth over the long term. And I just want you guys to pay attention to the total revenue here. Number 2, we're talking over $400 billion of annual revenue. Number 4, almost $400 billion. Number 5, well over $350 billion. I could keep going. Literally multiple trillions of dollars worth of energy opportunity lying in the crosshairs of Tesla. This is why they're Trojan horsing their way in now. Today, Tesla's kind of underselling the whole virtual power plant thing. They're not really talking it up. They're not spending a huge amount of time focusing on or emphasizing the benefits. Yes, there's a few small isolated projects, South Australia, in the UK, etc. But generally speaking right now, Tesla's not really talking about this a lot. They're doing a few pilot projects, gathering data, seeing how this whole system will work, etc. This is the point. The horse is already in the city and no one is noticing. They do not understand what's in the Trojan horse. While Tesla's laying the groundwork and learning from this experience, the ultimate end goal is for the majority of people on Earth to be generating not only all the power that they need with rooftop solar, but storing the excess power and then providing that excess to others in need, becoming a distributed utility, part of a virtual power plant. So think about this, a future where many of the people on Earth are using Tesla solar to generate energy, storing it in a Tesla battery pack and using Tesla's software, Tesla's energy software to literally make money while they sleep, selling their excess energy to the grid. Oh, and also performing energy arbitrage. What does that mean? Pulling power off the grid when it's at its lowest cost and then selling it back to the grid at its highest cost. So Tesla effectively would be involved in the generation, storage, and supply of energy. And of course, every time Tesla's involved in the supply of energy, they're helping you make money while you sleep. Tesla's also taking a small cut. This is going to print insane amounts of money. Again, back to the Trojan horse. Everyone's asleep on this. I guarantee you, the reason that Elon Musk has now made the decision to bundle Tesla solar products with the battery pack is to build out the world's largest distributed utility running on Tesla's hardware and software. This is going to be massive. Don't get too excited though. It is going to take many, many years for this to roll out and scale, but that's the point. Right now, the horse is in the city. No one even knows. To sum this one up, Tesla is laying the groundwork now for their next multi-trillion-dollar disruption, and no one even realizes it. I just don't know how else to convey this to you guys. This video is going to look like I'm from the fucking future in 2030 and 2040 because this is going to play out. Tesla is going to disrupt most of the world's utilities, most of the world's power plants, completely crush most of the world's oil and gas companies, and nobody even realize what's about to take place. Now again, this won't happen overnight, but Tesla's being really low-key at the moment. The value proposition when they're talking about people participating in virtual power plants, like, yeah, do you want to join our thing and you'll save a little bit of money on your energy? Yeah, it's a great deal, isn't it? Meanwhile, Tesla's actual goal, their actual plan, much like putting all these sensors on their vehicles ahead of time to collect data and then deploy over the air software and then suddenly they're autonomous, it's the same thing. They're just building out the infrastructure here in stealth mode. One day, suddenly, this thing gets to a big enough scale and people are like, wait, holy shit. Wait, Tesla's making $1 billion profit per quarter just from spreading energy around? What? It's now 5 billion. Wait, it's what? It's now 10 billion. It's now 50 billion. What? This is how it will play out. I know I sound a little bit batshit insane right now, but I'll be right. I just want to let you guys know ahead of time so you can look into the opportunity, see whether or not you agree with this crazy guy who may also be high, or whether you think I'm completely insane. But I'm just going to tell you I'm right, but I also might be insane. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You think this is a smart move from Tesla and Elon Musk to actually force customers to bundle together solar and Powerwall so that in the future, if they would like, they can participate and print money from their own Powerwall and solar system by participating in virtual power plants, performing energy arbitrage, etc. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you'd like up to $250 in free crypto bonuses with BlockFi, use the link in the description. You can also get 2 free stocks with WeBull and a free stock with Stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.